Hey guys, how's it going? JDAM here. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day and welcome back to my 2022 helmet setup video. Basically, I'm going to go over everything that I run on my current helmet setup in the year 2022. I will go over everything, including how do I run my wires, how to install this really cool netting, and of course, how do I run my EXFOG with the tubes actually running through the inside of my helmet to maybe inspire you guys or maybe help you out with any questions that you guys have. So anyways, let's get into the now. Before we get started with the video, if you guys do enjoy the video and find this very helpful, please hit that like button. It means a lot to me and it really does help out my channel grow and reach new viewers. So starting off with the helmet, we're running a PTS FLUX helmet, by far one of my favorite helmets to buy in the market. This will run you around $125, but in doing so, you're getting a fantastic helmet that's pretty good, durable, and on top of that, you get some really nice helmet pads on the inside. We'll go into that more later, but just starting off with the outside of the helmet, this is a PTS FLUX helmet that I painted OD green, and then I also wanted to give it some cool netting material added, which I will show you guys how I did that later on. Moving on to the front, for my iPro, I like to run M frames, OAKLEY M frames, and then I also like to run a Hilo kit, which is a little rubber seal that goes on the inside of my glasses that will prevent me from actually losing my eyes or it getting shot out. For gameplay videos, what I like to do is I like to run the Brain Exploder GoPro arm mount. And what's really cool about this Brain Exploder GoPro arm mount is that with it being set up, it is right underneath my eyesight. So it gives me really good point of view when it comes to recording airsoft content without actually getting in the way of my actual eyesight. On top of that, I am just running a Hero 7 super suit that I painted OD green just to give it a little bit more camouflage. But yeah, that's what I currently run for my helmet cam setup. Now, moving on to my lower face protection, this is something new that I just started using about a few months ago. This is a Mark 6 breathable face protection in multicam black. It's actually handmade by a gentleman over in the UK who makes lower mesh protection face covers. And what's really cool is it actually has a hard metal face protected covered by cloth, and then it's just attached onto a normal cloth material like this. So this is basically the only thing that's stiff and hard would be the lower face protection right here. It's always good to run these just so I don't have to worry about losing teeth or anything like that. If you guys aren't interested in picking one up for yourself, link to his Facebook page will be down in the description below. Actually, everything you see in this video will be linked down below, so if you're interested in picking one up for yourself, go ahead and check out that description. Moving onto the back of the helmet, I am also running an OD green helmet Tomahawk. This is really cool because it actually stores the housing for my EXFOG that I run right here where the night vision battery pack would be, and then I would run the tubes from the EXFOG from the back of it through the bottom of my helmet. What's really nice about this, other than the tactical look, is that it actually is used to protect my wires from just dangling and getting in the way. And then on top of that, I have myself a button right here. I forgot the name of this, but I think it's like an indicator of some sort. This is just so during like low light games or possible night games, I can signal to enemy players that I am hit. It's easier to use in actual light than maybe a dead rag when it comes to low light environments, but definitely really cool. I believe I got this off of Amazon for about $20, which is fine. I don't care if it's not real or not. I'm just trying to save money in this instant, and I really like the look of it, especially on the helmet. Now for my headset setup, what I'm running is OpCore amp helmet arm rails. Are these right here. These are really cool because they will actually let me extend them out horizontally like so, and then I can flip it up or down depending on how I feel or what I want to do with them. You don't need these. I just wanted the look of the newer modern size headset, so I went with this. Of course, there's cheaper alternatives when it comes to the amp arm and the amp headset. Again, the headset itself is actually a replica that I got off of JK Army. Again, if you guys are interested, links to all this will be down in the description. But basically, it's just for looks. And the headset quality itself, even though for it being a replica, actually isn't terrible. I like these a lot. I think they cost me possibly $80 with shipping. Not too terrible, and honestly how I installed them was actually really simple. So when it comes to the amp arms, these are really cool. So the top of the FLUX helmet is literally just an M-LOK rail system. So basically attaching these arms is the equivalent of attaching something onto a M-LOK handguard for like a rifle or something like that. And you can tell by the example of actually taking a M-LOK rail and just putting it on there. So for anyone who's interested, it's the equivalent of adding something onto an M-LOK rail. And for the other side, just to give you a look, this is basically what it looks like. Same on the bottom here. But in doing so, I just have that. Then I have my wires wrapped around the arm itself to get them out of the way. And then I have it running through the top. That is currently being held on by the tomahawk for the helmet. The mohawk, I should say, just to keep it all secured and not loosey-goosey. So moving on into the helmet build, I decided to add a M80 netting over the helmet. It kind of breaks it up a little bit and adds a little bit of color to the helmet itself, because the bottom, the color is OD green. So to give it a little bit of a tan, lighter green tint to it, made the helmet definitely stand out in the crowd. But for those who are wondering how I did it, it's really simple. It's actually netting that I got off of Amazon. And basically what I did was I take the front of the netting right here with this thicker side, and I actually ran it onto the front of the helmet. Well, first what I did is I actually took off the night vision mount and the side rail mount right here. But basically what you want to do is you want to take the front thick end, you want to lay it over, and then you want to put the front night vision mount back on. This will keep it secured. From there, you're really just going to stretch the netting out, stretch it over to the part where the sight is, and then I just installed it back on, and then I cut off any loose netting material that was there. And you can do the same for the back side right there. So then when I got to the back, I ended up having a big V for the back of the netting. I actually got some Velcro, stuck it together, and then I used my my pouch back here to basically cover it up, and then I ran my wires over it. So basically the back of the netting I cut a big V into, and then I put Velcro on both sides to secure it, to also have room for my mohawk to attach onto that. But basically I love the look of it. It keeps it secure, and with the netting it actually does not interfere with the M-LOK rails. You can still use them, but this is an optional thing that you want if you are interested into it. It's really simple, and then the link to the netting will be down below in the description. So another question that I received on my last helmet video back in 2021 is how exactly am I running my EXFOG unit onto my helmet? And it's really simple. So starting back here in the battery pack, I have the EXFOG, and I have the wires running through the sides, going down underneath the helmet. Now what's really cool with the FLUX helmets is that with the padding right here, there's space in between the padding. So I was able to run my tubes through the bottom, and then I have them connect into the inside of the helmet by a little bit of the Velcro that's already inside the helmet. And in doing so, it runs in between the pads up to the front. So then when it's go time and I need them, all I have to do is literally just pull them out like this, and then they're right where my eyes are. It's basically a straight shot, and it keeps it low profile. The only issue I've really came across is sometimes I pull in the tubes a little too tight and they get pinched by the back of the helmet. But in all honesty, it's not that terrible, and it's rare that ever happens. But for those who are interested, I do recommend EXFOGs. I've had this model for about 4 years now, and I've never fogged once. Even in very cold environments, very moist environments, indoor, outdoor, literally just LARPing around the house. It's always worked well for me. I cannot stress enough of how important this piece of kit is. Solely for the fact that the EXFOG is literally a little bit smaller than what night vision batteries would be. So when it comes to just having them on your helmet, you can literally stick them in the back of your battery compartment, and then you can just run the wires. It's very low profile for what it is, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, so that's basically how I run the air system into my helmet. That prevents me from fogging, and it also prevents me from running the actual tubes on the outside of the helmet. All in all, this has been a very fun project to do, especially with the helmet. I really enjoy that the face covering blends in well with this dark camouflage helmet pattern, and honestly, I could not recommend the FLUX helmets, especially for those looking to do helmet builds like mine. It comes in with great padding at an affordable price and pretty good quality material for what they do with it. Even though it is a replica, it still does the job, and I haven't had any issues with mine yet. I've had it for about a year and so, but all in all though, that is basically my helmet setup. If you guys enjoy the video, please hit that like button. It means a lot to me. And go ahead and check out some of my gameplay videos for more Airsoft content. My name is JDAM. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video. And like always, I'll see you guys on the field. Peace.